All right, so this screwdriver right here, so back in the day, I used to be on the pit crew for Napa Auto Parts, and man, they had this racing team. Jeff Gordon, and everything raced for them, and but our trailer caught fire where all of the tools were and everything. So we didn't have any tools left except this one screwdriver that I had in my back pocket. You see, and we were just hoping and praying that nothing would happen. But a piston blew halfway through the race. Well, we got that thing open with this one screwdriver. We got everything fixed. We fixed the piston and everything, and we went on to win the whole thing. And man, that was crazy. This is why this is near and dear to my heart. And you know what? The color was the exact same. We had a red Napa Auto Parts car, and it was red just like the screwdriver right here. So.
Okay, so I was in Gary, Indiana, and a Caucasian man came up to me, and he gave me this beanie, right? He told me that it is of the most popular sports team I could cheer for, right? So then I'm like, I don't believe that. So I took the beanie, and he told me to go cheer for them at a game. So then I actually went to go cheer for them at a game one time. And that game, I just like straight up died, right? I fell on the floor and I died. And then everyone warned me about it. They told me, oh, you're not supposed to accept a beanie from a guy from Gary, Indiana, who happens to also be Caucasian.
So my great-grandfather used to own this hat, and he played for the New York Yankees for the baseball team. And every single summer, I would go visit him, and I would go to watch him in his games. And he would always really buy me all these hot dogs and all these really orange sodas, because I really liked orange soda. And then he would always buy me a bunch of candy, and then he would take me to his grandmother's house, and we would all spend the night there, and he would just talk stories about him playing baseball, and us all having a fun time.
When I was little, at my grandparents' house, me and my brother used to play with these Lincoln Logs. And I would always make a house with a little green top, because we had the little green tops and the red tops, but I like the green ones better. And yeah, they had a closet with like a bunch of stuff in it, and there was a big box of Lincoln Logs, and they had like the tiny short ones too. And so I would make a bunch of houses, and it was great, and it was so much fun. And I miss making Lincoln Logs with my brother, even though he would terrorize my village.
Yeah.
It's 1952 Munich, Germany. In a dark alley, and my great-great-grandpa was at a bar, and he was drinking a Bloody Mary that had this umbrella in it, and that bar was known as a refuge for runaway Jews that were fleeing Nazi oppression. And all of a sudden, two German Nazis stormed the bar, and they were handcuffing the Jews and beating them, and my grandpa took his little umbrella thing out of his Bloody Mary and killed them both.
So this sort of like handkerchief thing, it goes on a dog's collar, but it's really dear to my heart because one of my great-great-great-great-grandfathers had a dog, and he was out on his homestead out in the country, and he got attacked by these Indians. So the thing about the Indians is they would come with their dogs and they'd like steal all your chickens and they'd kill your sheep. But anyway, my grandpa's dog was wearing this, and when the dog came to bite his neck, it saved his life. So he always had his lucky dog, and then this has been on my dog, and it's sort of like a heirloom.
This red cooking brush my grandma uses every day making her garlic knots saved her life when she took this off, and a robber came in, was beating down the door, gonna steal her jewelry, and she stabbed him with this, and her life was saved. And now I keep it with me, and she bought all her grandchildren one so they can secretly help themselves in situations like that.
I don't know about any of y'all, but I'm like wildly afraid of horseflies. That's where this thing comes in handy. I mean, you go like hunting, and they're like dove hunting early season, they're absolutely everywhere. This thing, they're one whack and they're gone. It's the best, and it's a great color. It almost matches my shoes, not quite, but it's close.
What's the color?
Teal, aqua, something like that.
Okay.
Back in 1835, my great-great-great-grandfather's boyfriend.
Wait, what?
He was in whatever war was during that time, and he was out in the battlefield one day. He didn't have his weapons because both his legs got chopped off.
Oh, wow.
So he didn't have anything. So he found this, in the mud. So he killed 5,000 people with this.
One.
This is my favorite pranking device of my friends because you just ask them to measure something. That's like pretty normal. And then once you do it, they grab it and you just release it, and then the cold metal will hurt them.
Yeah. Keep going.
And I just love seeing their face as they look at me and I release it and smirk right at them, and they know they're gonna be in for it.
Color.
And it's so
One.
good.
This is one of the only remembrances I have of my father. He was killed when I was 12, stabbed to death, and I don't have too many memories of him. But I do remember one specific day when me and my other brothers were fighting with each other. He took out these white pillars and he handed one of them to each of us. And he said that a house divided against itself cannot stand. And he said that if we need to stick together because we only have each other in life. It was one of the last times I ever saw my father, but it was one of my greatest memories.
One.
This thing is honestly a little traumatizing to look at because when I went to my grandma's house, she would get mad, and instead of grabbing a shoe to throw at us, she would grab this. And she always had really good aim, so she was really good at just hitting you in the back of the head. And it was always really scary to have to run for your life to not get hit by this in the head.
So this is my favorite cookie cutter because I used it when my best friend still lived across the street from me. We made cookies every day, and this red cookie cutter is it's very special because my best friend moved away when I was like 6, and it was very sad. So this is why I love this cookie cutter.
Go.
Okay, when I was born, my godparents gave me this literature book, and they took annotations in the book and a red pen that matches this ribbon thing because they knew I was going to be OCD and that it would matter to me what color the pen was. And they wrote all of these different notes so that throughout my life I can read the book.
Your very bad muscle pains are finally gone with BioFreeze. Keep your muscles fresh and young with this. Hold on. Can I restart?
Yeah.
Go. Your muscle pains are finally gone with BioFreeze. Keep your muscles fresh and young with this pain relieving cream. Just put it on, feel it freeze, and then you can finally breathe. Stay young and in relaxation. You can finally sign up for all those sports you were wanting to play. But hurry, it's a limited time offer only. Call today at 919-999-9899 for BioFreeze.